This is the only message to the person that I know is a gang stalker and a cyber stalker. Stop it. Stop it now. Stop it now. End it. End the operation. It's gonna stop. It's gonna stop. It's going to be stopped, but I suggest you stop it immediately. Don't do one more stream. This is not a free speech issue. You're abusing people. Now stop. Stop doing it. You don't have the right to post. You don't have the right to abuse people this way. You're inflicting emotional distress on purpose. Stop. It's time to stop. It's really time to stop. It's over. It's over. Don't do it again. It's not worth it. It's really not worth it. If YouTube is watching my videos at all, I really would highly suggest you look over at the Omni Eris channel, Omni Presents, and see what they're saying about people and what kind of content is being posted there. Obviously, I hope that you got that in the lawsuit I filed, which I've refiled. It's got to stop. It's got to stop. It serves no purpose. It's actually racketeering. I think it is, because Michael Thompson is receiving donations, and therefore there's an enterprise, essentially. There actually is an enterprise. It consists of various YouTube channels and elsewhere. And it's all intended to inflict emotional distress. And it's over. It's time to stop. It's time to stop doing it. Today. I'm sorry. I know you yearn to do it, but it's not legal and it's not acceptable behavior. It's unethical. She's right. It's unethical. It is unethical what you're doing. And the fact that you see her there saying that she's being gang stalked and you know you're the one doing it, I'm assuming that that's what's happening, because that's what I went through with this person. Now would be a good time to really think about how to apologize and how to, if your bloodlust or your lust for torture or hurting people is greater than your lust for life, I'm so sorry for you, but that's not an acceptable arrangement. You don't get to abuse people in your pursuit of sickening, sadistic joy. I guess you'd call it sadistic pleasure. You don't get to, and it's over. It's over, and I really do think you're about to be the target of a massive investigation. I would really be careful about what I did from here. The only thing that you can do to benefit your cause is to stop immediately, reflect, and write something out to the court that is an apology. And then you need to, I don't know, pray. Because right now I have you documented as persisting in intentional infliction of emotional distress for years and violating YouTube's policies for years. YouTube, Google, I don't care how big you are. I'm not, I can only put one and one together, or two and two together, as it were. I'm not a genie. I don't have magic powers, but I have the gift of logic, which is it's clear that you're covering up what amounts to a massive. It is domestic terrorism. It's domestic terrorism. In my opinion, you're going after Americans and you're attacking them and you're hurting them. It is. And the judge stated, he restated that I stated that. He didn't say that it wasn't true. I care about you as a person. You're a person, you're a human being, and I'm really telling you that I am going to do my very best to convince a jury that you inflicted millions of dollars worth of pain on me, and that the punitive damages for what you've done, and just to me, are so excessive that I'm telling you, it's this is what I'm going to argue. You can make if you. I don't like to be made fun of. To be honest, I don't like when people come on and prick at me. I always hope there's going to be somebody in here who at least, you know what, doesn't necessarily agree with me, but it's just being frank, honest, decent. You don't have to agree with anything I say. Just Kalendal, he doesn't agree with a lot of what I say, but he just says what he thinks, and he doesn't abuse me. I mean, it's that simple. He's a great example of somebody who comes in and engages in what I'm saying and doesn't willfully abuse me. Do I agree with him all the time? No. Most of the time, I think so. I think a good amount of the time. Is he abusing me? I don't think Kalendal has ever abused me. Ever. I think he's been quite. Look, I haven't agreed with a lot of what he's said in the past, but I don't recall any it's absurd. Why I respect Kalendal so much is because he's actually abstaining. He's abstained from that behavior. I mean, he's abstained from joining any collective or group or clique, and so have I. Because I don't believe in like joining a clique and like protecting somebody, you know, and having been a victim of Mr. Thompson, it is absolutely different when you are being victimized by it. Then it's totally different because look, most people don't. Michael Thompson is a fairly unique individual in the sense that there's not a lot of violent psychopaths. He's one of them, most likely. And what he does is in service to that, which is rare and shocking, and it's very hard to predict that anybody would be that way because logically it's very pathetic in the sense that he'll say anything. He'll lie, he'll defame you, he'll slander you, and then he'll say that you're doing all of what he's doing, and he just does it automatically, and then he also is abusive automatically, and he constantly invokes Satan and Lucifer and fallen angels, as it were, and it's all meant to scare and freak you out, and being victimized by it is so far from watching from the outside that I honestly am not interested in hearing about if there's a criminal prosecution ever, I'm not interested in hearing about what Kalendal thinks. I want to, even though I've seen him be somewhat abused, not to the degree that I was, but I want to see like the main people that have been really abused by this person testify, and I will. Being victimized by it, it's willful. You have to understand that this is a willful operation, and it's planned and designed, and it's a concerted effort. And so you can watch it and say that the person that had it done against them, they should have done this and they should have done that. It's just not. You don't know until I knew that Justin Ray was. I could tell he was being bullied. When I stood up at that point, all I knew. I'm not even. I actually don't. I do believe it was Justin Ray that really got me. I don't know. I remembered something 2 years prior. But maybe it was that I saw Justin Ray when I called Michael out, because I remembered how he went after this woman who was having you might say it was a psychotic break, and I believe I saw some Justin Ray stuff, and I saw Justin saying, "Please stop." It sort of like Omni. I think he was saying like, "Fucking stop." And I don't know. What I remember that's what I remember from 2021. Is that I saw somebody I had seen somebody abused that wasn't Justin, like in 2019, and I quickly became repulsed by it, very quickly, but I didn't really understand what I had seen. I think I knew it was bad, but I don't know that I had articulated it to myself. And then in 2021, I decided that I was no longer going to abide. If people were hurting other people, I was going to say something. And if I could do something to help the victim, like a true victim or someone who's being harassed by evil, or in some sense or whatever, that I was gonna stand up and say something. And I was naive in the sense that I thought that would be received positively. Like I thought that would be received affirmatively, because to me it seems like a logical thing to do. And I think it is. I think ultimately, I think we have to remind ourselves that is the logical thing to do. While it's the logical thing to do, some people have a better sense for, I guess, social circumstances. Like some people might realize that if they did what I did, and I made a video saying stop bullying people, that then they might become a target. I think that some people understood that better than I did. I certainly did not think I would become a target. I mean, because there's no logic to targeting somebody. I mean, there's just and then there's that word targeted, which ends up being this misnomer. It's not a misnomer. It actually is a proper nomer. But the problem is that when you say it, is that you have likened yourself to, I guess, what has been considered psychotic, or It's so sad. It really is so sad when you think about how it's like there's like a real aspect of like of gang stalking. There's a woman right now who's being victimized by Michael, and she says she's being stalked, and nobody believes her, and nobody understands what she's saying. And I don't actually, I'm not positive about what they're doing, but my guess is that they're provoking her in her live stream in a really some of these people they have really low standards, meaning that they go after people in ways that you might not even uh, like you wouldn't expect it. You wouldn't expect it. You wouldn't anticipate it. You probably don't think it happened um, if you're not victimized by it. But it's a process. It's sort of like when you write a song. So I've been working on a song with this friend of mine, May, and we've had 2 sessions just working on this song. I'll play it even, but we've gotten better, and so like. I don't wanna be you. Don't wanna be you. Sometimes what saves you, sometimes it tears you apart. Sometimes the one who gave everything to you goes and breaks your heart. Sometimes easy, but I didn't think it'd be this hard. When they say you got this dog, you know you've gotten far. And don't you even think that I would chance? 'Cause I know better than to covet someone like you. I don't wanna be you, even when the storm is raging overhead. When the clouds pass by, I'm standing at my bed. Don't wanna be you, when the things I want are not the things I get. You know that it's true. I don't wanna be you. Don't wanna be you. And even if I only think about you now and again, I remember the halcyon days when you were my best friend. And don't you think that I'll be jealous? I know better than to covet someone like you. When the storm is drifting overhead, and even when the clouds pass us by and the hanging on your head, sometimes I think I want the things that I get. Know that it's true. I don't wanna be you. I don't wanna be you. I don't wanna be you. Remember when you told me, oh, was love and light? And when I showed you my darkness, I didn't even say goodbye. And maybe there was no hello from the first night. And that's exactly what I don't wanna yeah. I don't wanna be somebody like you. I don't wanna be when the storm of raging overhead. The clouds rise by and you're standing at the bed. Don't wanna be when the things I have are not the things I get. Don't wanna be here. I don't wanna be here, even when the storms are raging overhead. Even when the clouds pass by and you're standing at the bed. Even when the things I have are not the things I get, you know that it's true. No matter what you do. I don't wanna be you. Wanna be you. The storms are raging overhead. Yeah. When the clouds have passed us by, and you're standing at my bed. I don't wanna be you. When the things I have are not the things I get, you know that is true. I don't wanna be you. I wanna be me. Please, God. Let there be people that are cool. Please. No. Look, I mean, we're gonna have to work through this. I'm assuming that this is one of the defendants speaking, or someone that knows him. Barnes and Noble is not a publisher. They're not a publisher. If they sell a book that is encouraging people to hurt people, and that they keep selling it after they're aware of the fact that that's what it's doing, then they become liable at some point. Yes. But I mean, the person who I assume this is not even Barnes and Noble. They're the person that actually like published the book, that sold it, that really pitched it and put it out there. Um, Barnes and Noble is like YouTube in this situation, where they're only liable if it comes to their reasonable attention, and they do a reasonable inquiry based on the facts, and they determine that this book is like inciting violence or in some capacity that's untenable or illegal, then they do have a duty to remove it. That's actually not a bad argument. I don't want to see anyone more get hurt. If YouTube wants me off their platform, they can kick me off. But I only know how to stream on here. I have things to say. I have piano things to play, songs to play. I am I am abused on their platform. If I don't win, I guess, this lawsuit against them, will I continue? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I'll continue on YouTube. It would be it would be a not it would be sort of like non-productive in some senses. It would be something to really determine. It would be like, oh, so I can stream, but I have to get abused by people who have that's what they're here to do. So I am assuming that that's about to be done, because I'm assuming there's going to be a court precedent set. There's no case law like this. I just want to let everybody know that's following the case. There is no case law like this. There's no case of anybody for 1.9 years non-consecutively cyber stalking and defaming and violating copyright for like years. There's not anything. There's nothing like this. So there is no case law for precedent. This would have to be it. This is a very rare, unique circumstance. I mean, in the terms of case law, there isn't. YouTube didn't even provide anything that was anything close to this. This is way different. What's happened on YouTube to me is not documented in case law, and that's why this lawsuit is perfect. I mean, it needs to be adjudicated. It does. It does. I need to know where the law stands on this type of thing, and I personally don't think the law understands it yet, and I hope to illuminate it, and I'm going to do my best. I'm also thinking about the other victims every day. Every day, I'm thinking about the other victims, and I mean, you should be too. You should be too. All of you. I mean, you guys should care that people are being hurt this way, and that YouTube is allowing it and pretending that they don't condone it. I mean, I think there's a lot of healing that needs to be done on YouTube, and I look forward to the day when there's a precedent set that changes it, and so that there's not so that it's not like this. So people can run into people that are open-minded and decent-minded. I pray for that. I pray for that. I mean, that's what I thought YouTube is supposed to be. To be quite honest, that's kind of what I assumed that YouTube meant to be. It was just like We don't tolerate like subhuman behavior. It's very, very simple. We don't tolerate. Yeah. So from here on to the end of the case, this is a way of documenting my moment. I mean, YouTube has a lot of positives to it. It really does. Now, does that make it acceptable to ignore reports of cyberstalking? I think that a court will need to decide that. If a judge determines that YouTube is such a great utility that even this would be burdensome on that utility in society, that would, if he could make that argument, but then YouTube would have to be upfront about what might happen to you on their site and what they do and don't tolerate, and they would have to basically admit to tolerating a lot more than I think they would want to, and so in that sense, I don't think there's a way around what happened. I don't see YouTube winning. I mean, I guess, yeah. No, I mean, I don't think they have an argument here. If YouTube doesn't win, I mean, well, like I do think the other two I don't really worry that much about because it's so egregious that actually I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win the case. I mean, it's math. It's really math. 1.9 years of this type of abuse and like this type of thing is quite a long time. That's quite a heavy bag of sand. So I tend to think of justice, a civil law, in like sand, and like sand represents not liable or liable, and 1.9 years is like a ton of sand. And then so what's on the not liable? The not liable is that for YouTube, that they didn't publish it, right? Okay, they didn't publish it. What else is on the liable is that they knew about it and that they didn't take it down. So then it becomes a thing where it must be determined whether or not what was done, and it might look, it must be determined whether or not it was legal. It must be determined. I mean, that's before even Google, and that's an interesting thing because I don't know that Google can just get out at the beginning, because I do think that the whole thing needs to be tried together. Because if it's determined that there's liability on behalf of the defendants, not Google, then it makes it much more likely that Google is also liable because they were duly aware. So, but if it's no, I mean, honestly, it does. I don't even actually. I'm not going to justify anything because if there's liability there, that means that there's a violation there, and that means that Google didn't do a reasonable inquiry into the matter at hand, even upon being sued, which is a bad sign. And I honestly intend to argue that they had plenty of time to do reasonable inquiry and didn't, and it seemed willful. And what purpose did that serve is really the question. Their commercial ends? Did it really though? I mean, did it? I wanted to stop. I want the other victim. I wanted to stop all of it. No more. Stop it, guys. If you're part of the group, stop. Stop. I'm telling you. Stop. It's not good for anyone. It's also important that it doesn't happen because the internet's meant to stimulate intellectual conversation and community and positive things. And if there's people out there snuffing people's voice out in the name of evil or torture, they need to get the fuck off this platform. Walking fast, faces passing bound. you think time will pass me by? And you know I'd walk 1,000 miles if I can just see you tonight. And it's always times like these you think of you, and I wonder if you ever think of me. Yeah. 'Cause everything's so wrong and I don't belong. I'm living precious memories. And I need you, and I miss you. And now I wonder if I could fall home to the sky. Do you think time will pass me by? And you know I'd walk 1,000 miles if I can just see you tonight. See, I don't want to let this go. I'm drowning in memories. Don't wanna let this go. I don't. Tell me come away downtown. Walking fast and the faces are passing on down. Staring blankly ahead, just making the way through the crowd. I still need you, I still miss you, and now I wonder if I could fall into the sky. Do you think time will pass us by? And you know I'd walk 1,000 miles if I can just see you. And if I could fall into the sky, do you think time would pass me by? When you know I walk 1,000 miles, if I could just sleep at night. Ooh, now the insults are getting diluted because you don't have anything to insult me with. Go ahead, read Philip Roth over Brett. I don't give a fuck. Maybe you should. Brett likes Philip Roth. Sorry, we thought that was a zinger. I promise to do my best to put an end to it. To the victims, I have faith that that it will overcome the suit. I do. I have deep, deep, deep faith because I understand what happened. So, I also understand that there's going to be people, whatever.
By myself. Is it the morning after? I can't tell. I just wanna sleep until you can't remember and check out this old hotel. The mini bar is empty from last night, and I don't even care about the price. The empty bottles on the ground remind me how I'm feeling now. I should just admit that you were right. I'm at this old hotel, and by the look of things ain't going well. I see the rings on the wall, pacing through the empty halls. Check out of this old hotel tonight. The elevator's broken, I don't care. Cause a jerk like me should take the stairs. We were on the tip top, now my best friend is the bellhop. I'll check out this old hotel, thinking that I should get my own place. We agreed that I would give you space. I'm checking out, moving on. I know that our love is gone. I'll disappear from here without a trace. I'm at this old hotel. By the look of things ain't going well. I see the ratings on the wall, pacing through the empty halls. Check out this old hotel tonight. I see the ratings on the wall, pacing through the empty halls. Check out this old hotel tonight. Hotel. And I've been hoping you can ring the bell and meet me in the room upstairs. I go with you anywhere. Check out this old hotel tonight. I'm at this old hotel, and by the look of things ain't going well. I see the ratings on the wall, pacing through the empty halls. Check out this old hotel tonight. See the ratings on the wall, pacing through the empty halls. Check out this old hotel tonight. Take me through what I'm worth and stay here. Can just be sure. 'Cause when I see the world, I'm gonna play you back on every favorite word. Stay on my case all night. Stay strong and put up the fight. I lose, but carry on night. I stay strong. And when you say my name and when you do me wrong, you underestimate the value of baby. lying steady ground when it hurts bad. Yeah, I'm homebound. You're story and tragic. Yeah, I'm still happy where I'm still. It's a heartbreak. You told me to say something living here inside of this somehow I can move on with it all night long. I just stay strong with this. And when you say my name and when you do me wrong, you underestimate the value of payback. Going on like when I play you back that song you wrote. Oh yeah, oh yeah, payback. Going on like when I play you back that song you wrote. And when you say my name, when you do me wrong, you underestimate the value of payback. Going all night long when I play you back that song. And when I play you back that song. And when you say my name and when you do me wrong, you underestimate the value of payback. Going all night long when I play you back that song you wrote. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Payback. Going all night long when I play you back that song you wrote. Oh, payback. Plunged through the night, recklessly, got a cat outside, but you left me, and I make my moves like a blue. I'll fly to the end, like say that. Plunged through the night, recklessly, got a cat outside, but you left me, and I make my moves like a blue. I'll fly to the end, like Easy to slip back into wondering why we're here. My turns left out restrained, and I don't know how to steer. Believing can only get you so far. Before you need the power of the stars. In the dark, I can see your eyes shining through my eyes. Take all the light from the dark. We can live in peace and rest in harmony. We take all the light from the dark. Learn how to love who we are. We can live in peace and rest in harmony. We turn the light back from the dark. It's not long enough to make or break it. Don't fear. Walk away toward a brand new life, my dear. Believing can only get you so far. Before you need the power of the stars. In the dark, see your eyes shining through my eyes. Take all the light from the dark. Give me peace and rest in harmony. We take all the light from the dark. Learn how to love who we are. Give me peace and rest in harmony. We turn the light back from the dark. It's the power that you give. To be a shooting star, you've got to give it everything you are. How you want to live, it's the power that you give. To be a shooting star, you've got to give it everything that you are. See your eyes shining through my eyes. Take all the light from the dark. Peace and rest in harmony. We take all the light from the dark. Learn how to love who we are. Live in peace and rest in harmony. Turn the light back from the dark. Today is gonna be the day that I'm gonna go back to you. By now, you should somehow realize what you're not to do. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. Backbeat, the word is on the street that the fire in your heart is out. I'm sure you heard it all before, but you never really had a doubt. And I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. All those we got to walk finding in all lives that leads you blinding. There are many things that I'd like to say to you, but I don't know how. So maybe you're gonna be the one that saves me. And after all, you're my wonderwall. Today is gonna be the day that they're gonna throw back to you. Yeah, but right now you should somehow realize what you got to do. I believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. And all those people that went, and all the lights that lead me here, finding there. There are so many things that I would like to say to you, but I don't know how. So maybe I'll be the one that saves me. And after all, you're my wonderwall. So maybe you're gonna be the one that saves me. And after all, you're my wonderwall. We got to things, nothing like that we can do to get that trophy to win. Because it's gonna everything never goes. It's the end of the book, you know, hard to you with the one. Because it's gonna have you heard that our world is coming to an end? We'll lose it all in the book. We'll never see each other again. It's our last chance to live it up, make it count, pick it up, talk with your body now. Forget about all the people looting. This is our last chance, our last chance. We just turn our face, nothing like that we can do to get back your picture. Because it's gonna everything never goes. It's the end of the book, you know it hard to you get the one. Because it's gonna because it's gonna dance floor, hotter than sun. Let the drinks pour. Don't stop till we come, Mr. DJ. Turn it up, it's my jam. Crank it up, talk with your body now. Forget about all the people looting. This is our last chance, our last chance. We try to turn our face, nothing like that we can do. Get back your picture, man. Because it's gonna everything never goes. It's the end of the book, you know it hard to you with the blood. Because it's gonna because it's gonna my way as they disappear. In my head, in my heart, like now I'm out in feelings about saying I could stand up the test of time, and I saw you, and you caught my you got the power. I don't wanna run from you. I just wanna feel like me too. You got the power. Didn't always feel this strong, and by now you define how to move on. In a tunnel, and I just gotta see my light. Like a missile, you just can't stop it. And I lay it down, and everything drops from my head and my heart. And now I'm out and feelings about saying I could stand up the test of time, and I saw you, and you caught my eye. I just wanna feel like me too. You got the power.